Good morning, children. Today we are going to see the third lesson. Already we saw about some atoms, molecules, and elements in this. Previously we saw this. What is an atom? What is an element? Chemical formula, using for that chemical symbols, compounds, and molecules. Today we are going to see about the elements, classification of matter. Matter is classified into two types. Matter is classified into two types. One is pure substance and another one is mixture. Two types. Matter is classified into two types. One is pure substance and another one is mixture. Pure substance, that means it will have its own molecules and atoms. It won't be mixed up with some other molecules and atoms. Mixture, you know very well, it will be mixing with the some other molecules and atom is called as mixture. Pure substance is again divided into two categories. One is elements and compounds. Elements, it will be purely the same thing it will be having. It won't be combined with some other thing. Compound, combination of some other elements, and it will be in a fixed ratio. Matter in its simplest form is called an element. What is an element? Matter in its simplest form is called as element. What do you mean by a matter? It occupies space. It occupies space and it has mass is called as matter. Isn't it? Three types of matter we have studied: solid, liquid, and gas. Now we are studying element. Element means matter in its simplest form. Simplest form of a matter is called as element. We are using many elements in our daily life. The common salt is consisting of elements sodium and chlorine. The common salt is consists of sodium. Both consist of two elements. One is sodium and another one is chlorine. Water consists of two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. Magnesium and phosphorus used for making crackers. Sulfur is used as manure in agriculture. Gallium is used for making mobile phones and silicon is used for making computer chips. So what we have studied in this paragraph: sodium, chlorine, hydrogen, oxygen, magnesium, phosphorus, sulfur, gallium, and silicon. Nearly 9 to 10 things we have studied in this. All these are elements. We will have a question. Then how many elements are there? Totally 118 elements are there. How many elements are there? 118 elements are there. In that, 94 elements occur naturally. 94 elements occur naturally. The remaining 24 elements have been created artificially in the lab. So we are getting 94 elements naturally, and remaining 24 elements have been created artificially in the laboratory. In this two paragraphs, what we had studied: classification of matter. Matter is classified into two types: pure substance and mixture. Pure substance is further divided into two types: elements and compounds. First we are going to study about element. What is an element? Matter in its simplest form of a matter is called as element. What an example? We studied all the 9 elements such as sodium, chlorine, hydrogen, etc. So totally how many elements are there? 118 elements are there. In that naturally occurring elements, how many naturally occurring elements are there? 94 naturally occurring elements are there. How many man-made, that is artificially made, is 24 elements, that is prepared in laboratory. Now we will see the classification of elements. We can classify elements broadly into metals, non-metals, and metalloids. We will classify the elements into metals, non-metals, and metalloids based upon their chemical properties. You know the metals, where we are using in metals: the latch, locker, and the bangles, and uh, geometry box, compass. These and all are made up of metals. Simply, metal is a stronger one. Metal is a good conductor of heat and electricity. Non-metals, wood, plastic, these and all is a non-metal. It won't be strong as like metal, and it won't conduct heat and electricity. Some elements has the properties of awfully have the properties of metal and awfully have the properties of metal or non-metals. So these things are called as metalloids. So now elements is classified into three types. One is metal, non-metal and metalloid. Metals we use using in metal we are preparing the tools, such as I said the compass is a tool, utensils where in which we are cooking and storing something else, jewelry made from silver, copper, iron, gold, aluminium using pressure like hammering or rolling. So from this you can understand metals can be drawn into sheets or drawn into wires. So we can deform the metal in a one form to another form. That means in a sheet, from sheet or a solid form to another liquid form, and make it into wire in such a form. Such elements that are various shapes, such elements that are malleable. A material may be flattened into thin sheets or various shapes is called as malleable. Malleable means make the metal into thin sheets is called as malleable. Is called a metal. Elements that are malleable is called as metals. Metals are generally hard, shiny elements. Sodium is one of the exception. Sodium is a metal that won't have the hardness and shiningness. It's a soft one. All metals except mercury are solid. So sodium is a metal and mercury is also a metal. Almost all the metals are hard. Sodium is soft. All the metals are in solid state. Mercury is in liquid state. These two cases are exception in metals. The Robert Boyle is the first scientist used the term element, an early proponent of the element nature of matter and the nature of vacuum. He was known best for Boyle's law. In this page we had some pictures of metal: copper, nickel, lead, steel, iron and zinc. Okay, in the next video we will see the metals and non-metals and metalloids.